you've got hammer curls.
Hammer curls like that.
Yeah, regular curls.
Yeah.
Then you've got twist curls where you start with your hands that way.
Okay.
And then as you lift, you're twisting at the same time. And then you twist as hard as you can, get your pinky to move inwards.
Oh, okay. So what's that called?
Twist curls.
Twist curls.
Yeah, so you want to try and bring your pinky like over your bicep.
Right.
Like that. Push, and you'll feel the pump after a few of those.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool.
And for shoulders, what was on that routine? So you've got the shoulder press, and then you've got
just like that.
Yeah. Shoulder press over your head. Then you've got ones where you can front raisers.
Oh right, yeah.
So you go up and then down, not swinging, but so you go up,
Controlled.
pause for a bit, down, pause. And then you can go lateral raise, where you kind of going out to the side.
Right, yeah, okay.
And then you can do bent over lateral raise, so you're like this, and you come outwards.
Yeah.
It does like your back of your shoulders.
Oh, okay.
So you can do like a circuit of those.
Yeah.
So you can go front, side, back, after doing shoulder press. What else can you do? You tricep kickbacks. So you lean over, elbow up, where you can kick your arm back. Back of your arm.
Right, okay, yeah.
And if you've got a weight heavy enough, you can get it between your hands here, put it behind you, and then push upwards. That'll do triceps.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, those 20k ones you just give me, maybe might be good for that.
Yeah, if you've got a bench, then you can do a few more bits and bobs, but
I won't venture out on a bench yet. Not just yet, anyway. I'm in a good habit though, just like if there's a little break in work or whatever, just making a coffee and then I'll just pick them up and do a few. That's what I quite like about it, really, rather than right, I'm going to do half an hour.
Yeah.
It's more like, okay, I'm going to have a bath in 10 minutes, so I'll just do 10 minutes of weights, just to,
that's what it's all about, really.
Yeah.
Just get them in, getting the reps in. Even if you are stealing 5 minutes. I need to start stretching. I realised doing exercise and my PT noticed that, and I already knew this, but I was getting lower back pain.
Right.
And it's because my glutes and my hamstrings are really tight, so it's not allowing my back to stay arched when I'm leaning over. It just starts to, so my back's supposed to be that kind of shape, but it's doing this as it starts to arch the wrong direction.
Right.
So I need to do 10 minutes of stretching a day.
Okay, yeah. Stretching's one of those things, isn't it? When you do it, you feel great for it, and you notice the back pain eases off, or you feel less tight. It's like when you do yoga, you feel amazing, but just fall out the habit of doing it. Need to do it. The reason we're talking about this, we should say welcome episode.
Yeah, 15? 15.
15, I think.
Yeah.
15.
You got a bit of fluff just on your.
Oh, thanks for that.
Stop. You got it.
Thank you.
Episode 15.
Matt's lent me some dumbbells.
Yes.
I've got a pair, but they're only 5 kilograms, and so for the curls, I'm doing loads and loads of reps, which is fine. But I want something that's a little bit more challenging. So he's now giving me some 20-pounders.
There we go.
I don't have a clear goal in mind. I just like the idea of being a little bit stronger, which I've never really done weights in any concentrated way for any period of my life. But
yeah, you have. There was a short period of time.
Did I?
Yeah, because I remember you got there was a pull-up bar outside your room.
Oh, I never used that.
Oh, I think I did. I've
never done a pull-up in my life.
Haven't you?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, that's a great goal to have.
I don't think I've ever been able to do a pull-up.
You should get a pull-up bar.
Oh man!
Turn it into a goal. You could do that within, I'd say, 3 months.
Build up so much. I just want to build just a little bit of strength back into my spindly little arms.
They're spindly.
Well, they're fat. That's the problem. I am ripped underneath about 3 stone of excess weight. But which brings us on, because we were going to talk about revisiting our goals when we in our very first.
What a great sedge
episode. We set out things we wanted to achieve this year. We didn't call them New Year's resolutions. They're kind of, I guess, a little bit like that.
Did we write them down?
I don't think we did. Oh, I've got mine written down from earlier in the year. Yeah.
If you've got yours, then that'd be awesome, because then we can actually refer back to say, have we done that or haven't we done that? I think I was supposed to write them down, or they have been written down and I can't find them. Oh no, I think I put them in Notion. Let's just see.
I put mine in tasks. There it is. Right on the first page. Oh,
Well,
here we are, 2022
them.
goals. I'll tell you what it was. I was looking at this the other day in preparation for knowing we were going to recap at some point
Right.
on our 2022 goals and how far. And we'd made sure they were quite specific, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, they were smart targets. Specific and measurable and
Timely and...
the other jazz.
and the other one.
And just on that theme, one of mine was to lose weight, and specifically to lose 1 stone and then lose another stone. So by the end of 2022, I was 2 stone lighter, which essentially was 15 stone and then down to 14 stone. And I can report that hasn't happened.
Oh.
The first goal or the second goal.
Okay.
I plateaued after Christmas. I just plateaued, and I was quite happy with that. Kind of mentally, I was all right with just plateauing for a little while. Although that wasn't achieving the goal, but I was kind of content with that. But then with Easter, not that long ago, and our trip to Bremen as well, where I kind of we did a lot of walking, but then we did also have beer and we ate out and bought sweets and had sweets in the hotel. So and I put on 1 kilogram. So if anything, I went slightly in the other direction. But actually this week, all week, I've been pretty good. Not starving myself. I'm going back to a sensible plan just where I keep my portion sizes down and that. So fingers crossed for Monday and the scales. I've sort of put that back into reverse, and I really want to make an effort now in the next couple of months to get that first stone done. Which will take me down to about 95.2 kilograms for that first stone. That's the first goal.
Sick.
5 kilograms, though, actually, realistically, it's going to be 2 to 3 months, I think.
Okay.
Based on me not starving myself in any way. So just being sensible. And walking as well. I need to get my walking up to really help push that on.
Okay. What else was on your goal list?
Well, it was another project actually with you helping, and that was to do the Skillshare thing for playing bass guitar.
Yeah. We've got that in the diary.
We have put a date in to try and force me to do that, but I need to get my basses MOT'd, which I didn't do anything about this week.
Okay.
So I've put that in my calendar to do this weekend. Actually, contact the guy, get my basses MOT'd, and then I'll be ready.
Fabulous.
So that's still on the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one for me was travel. And I got a kind of list of the countries that I haven't been to in Europe. And obviously things have got a bit sketchy in some areas of Europe, so I don't be going to Belarus anytime soon, but Moldova's also a bit shaky. So what did we do? Well, we went to Bremen. We did something a bit different, and I'm fine with that, because travel, if we go somewhere else, it's fine, but I enjoy it. Anyway.
We went to Estonia as well, right?
We did go to Estonia.
So that counts within the...
That was last year. That was
Really?
Yeah, that was November we went.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, long time ago. Yeah, that was a real challenge going in November. That was
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's scary. Okay.
That is scary. Shall I carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
More J-Mots music. So it's a band I do with a mate called Johnny, good friend of mine, and
Check
we
them out,
do
Spotify.
Yeah, all the streaming places you can find us, and it's kind of daft, irrelevant music. It's just us having some fun playing music, and we released an album last year. Actually, that's the album. It's called Jamboree, and I was quite keen this year to get something else out, like maybe another album or an EP or even just a single or two. And yeah, there's been some progress on that. So Johnny kind of got his home studio back together, and he's done some great guitars and trumpets over one of the Rough Idea tracks and that. So I feel like the engine is
Like coming
back into gear. Yeah,
nice.
And actually, after this, I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna go for a walk, so we'll probably chat about that.
Sick.
So I think that's back on track to something that will be achieved this year, I hope. And then read by habit. I've failed at that. I've not been reading by habit at all. But it's one of those I'm not too fussed. It's not essential. I've been doing other things like learning French on Duolingo. So most days, been doing at least one lesson. Sometimes I'll do 3, 4, 5 lessons in a row. So
that's good.
I'm not too fussed about that. It would be good to get a couple of books done because I've just got a lot of books that I know I want to read and I'll enjoy it when I do. But I just haven't been in that sort of reading sort of thing you go into a habit of doing for a while and then it stops. So
yeah.
And then getting a tattoo, or actually getting more on this one because I've got this tattoo I had a few years ago, and my thought was to get something more around it because it's a bit kind of plonked there.
Stamp.
Yeah. Maybe just get some sort of framing. I've been looking around, but I haven't really seen anything that's captured my imagination for it. So again, with that one, I'm not. If it happens, it happens. If not, I want to find the right thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not kind of looking all the time. These things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and actually, I've got a couple more which are ticked off. So buy more houseplants. Well, if you saw our last episode, boom,
big fat check.
It's practically a jungle now. Yeah. And another one was learn to make a curry. And with Mum's help, I made a curry. One of them didn't go well because I put far too much grounded cloves in.
Okay.
And cloves, I found out, is a very strong.
Oh, really?
Is it a herb? Something? Oh, yeah, I think it's a herb. So one of them I messed up, but I have successfully done a curry. And thanks to Mum also for helping supervise the first one I did. And lastly, podcast with Matty. Well, here we are, episode. What did we say?
14.
15. Most don't get past 10, do they? So
no. We've surpassed the most.
We're basically a sensation.
Yeah. Yeah, you're lucky to be watching episode 15 because we could have stopped at 10. So you should feel privileged to be
yes.
listening to our voices.
Well done, both of you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mum, this one's dedicated to you.
Yeah.
It's 50% of our listenership.
Yeah.
Well, how about yours? What did you have?
Yeah, I've just found actually the annual review from 2021. So YouTube, I wanted to create a B-roll library. It's like getting like clips of like sweeping books and that sort of stuff, just so it could be thrown into videos. To be honest, it says one video per week would be good to hit 4,000 watch hours. So the year isn't out, so I've still got this time to do. I haven't done the B-roll library. I have filmed some little bits, but I haven't created the library yet, so that needs to be done. I've taken a step back from YouTube because I've had a lot going on, just like mental space. I need the mental space to be able to create videos. And so yeah, going through a breakup, new year, business stuff changing over. I've had a new PA start because Colby's pregnant. She's having a baby in about 4 months' time. Very exciting.
Congratulations, Colby.
Yeah. And now Jazz is taken on from her role. She's doing a great job. So yeah, there's just been a lot of stuff going on and having mental capacity to then sit down and plan YouTube videos and stuff. And I've had random little talks here and there randomly. I had a magic club ask me to come in to do a lecture, so I had to plan for that. And I did a talk for a business breakfast club, so I sort of spent time writing that and putting that together. So I've not stopped everything, but from YouTube I've just taken a bit of a step back, bar this podcast, because it's relatively easy to sit down and have a chat. I like talking, and yeah, it's good to see every week.
Unplanned, unscripted.
Yeah, it's super chill,
as you might have been able to tell.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not happened yet, but it's still on the cards. Piano. So it says lessons get to grade 1, practice 15 minutes per day. Practice 15 minutes per day hasn't happened, but I'm practicing for about 10 to 15 minutes, like when I can grab a time here or there, and occasionally I'll sit down for over an hour and just diddle.
Yeah.
What I now know I need to do is get a teacher and try and get to grade 1, because that's the other goal. So I think this year that's still there, get to grade 1 before the year's out. But I need a teacher to do that, so I need to find someone. So that's something I need to do.
You've shown me stuff you've been playing, and progress you've made has been brilliant.
It's been cool to like
really
get to the point where I can actually play like a tune.
Yeah, and you can like recognisable tunes without mistake.
Your face, and you actually can.
No, wait.
Bum, ba, 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 ba. Year one.
Yeah. Well, I think most people when they start an instrument are just pretty, crappy and can't get the notes, made loads of mistakes. But from what you've played me, it's like, yeah, you're playing it.
Thanks, bro.
And it's not like, like me, I can do that. That's the only thing I can play on piano, and it's like almost like a child type song thing. Whereas you're playing
bits
of good stuff.
things.
Yeah, not just like one-handed gimmicky things. You're learning it properly. So I think you smash grade 1. I don't know what grade 1 is. Like, I have no perception, but I think you surely.
Okay.
If that's the lowest level, you're probably already surpassing it.
Oh, I hope so.
I would have thought.
I think I've got like the mentality of, all right, I want to learn this song, so I'm going to sit down and learn that song, regardless of how technically difficult it is. I just want to get to the point where it sounds like what I want it to sound like.
Yeah.
But I still need to learn scales and how to read music and that stuff. So that's still on the agenda. Get to grade 1.
Yeah.
Touch typing. I haven't aimed to gain 15 words faster over the year. I think I was around 25 or 30 words a minute. I haven't tested myself recently, but I noticed that I no longer kind of struggle too much when I'm typing.
From what I've seen, you type pretty fast, yeah?
Yeah, so it's definitely improved.
Yeah.
I'm not typing as much recently because I've not been doing much writing, but it's definitely improved for sure.
Great.
Newsletter. It would be good to have 50 subs. I haven't started a newsletter. That's on the agenda. Podcast with Chris. We've been doing that. Aim to experiment with formats and see what we enjoy and what this is. Yeah, so we've sort of found our format. We could probably still play with it, and the edit can probably change a little bit, so I can cut into our faces a bit closer occasionally. But I think I
think we should get feedback on that first.
Yeah.
If that's something you'd like, please say.
Send an email in to q@stillwandering.com. That's wandering with a name. So yeah, but for the time being, I'm happy with what we're doing.
Cool.
We're getting them out. We've missed a couple of weeks, but that's fine.
Yeah. But it hasn't gone any more than one a fortnight. We've managed to do at least one a fortnight. Most have still been weekly, which is good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I'm super pleased with it. And long may it continue as well.
Yeah.
Magic coaching, take on more students. I've taken on a new student. So that's more, isn't it? Arrange a lecture tour for Q1 and for Q2. That hasn't happened. Take on more students. Yeah. So magic coaching, I'm still dipping my toe in it. I'm enjoying it because I can now recognisably see after each session my objective behind coaching, which is probably why every coach is, but coaching is new to me. But it's trying to implement what would you call it? This kind of outlook on how to look at your magic and how you can start correcting it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So how to start directing yourself rather than me saying that's wrong. It's like, why is it wrong? Why do we do these things? And I've seen now that he's started to take on those concepts and start applying them across the board.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to see. So I'm enjoying that at the moment.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I'm with a view to take on a few more students and see how that goes.
And it gives you diversity as well.
Yeah, it creates a new revenue stream, but also keeps me sort of in contact with magic because it turns into a bit of a job.
Yeah.
And I haven't practiced a new routine for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think I feel like I've got a bit of an urge to start practicing something new.
You want to freshen up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's good. Magic course. I got to the point of building it and getting an overview with Angus, and Liz helped me do that. Nothing's happened. I haven't actioned that yet, but again, that's a headspace thing, and I only see the time. December show. I'm still undecided, and we're tail end of April, and I really need to make a decision about it. I don't really know. I think I get the feeling this year is just going to be a year of try and get as many bookings in as possible, so then next year I can take a bit of a step off the pedal and like block out time off. But I would still like to put a show together, maybe for January, February, as like a tester.
Yeah.
Even if I only do like 2 or 3.
You could do and that's the thing, you got a choice, I think, because you can either do something big. I mean, you did a show at in a
Mumford Theatre.
Mumford Theatre, and you also did like a sports hall size. I mean, big show. you could do something like that again as like a big bang, or you could maybe even do like a more of an intimate thing, but do
It's the intimate thing.
like, I don't know, maybe could you do 3 nights in a more intimate setting and then do something a bit different each night, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to do an intimate show that lasts about an hour, 50 minutes to an hour, and like limit it to 20 to 50 people, something like that. And I found a few venues that have that space available.
How about Junction 3?
I need to check it out.
Yeah, I've never been in it. I don't know if it's any good, the space, but I think it's intimate. Like you get like some of the stand-ups do that room. Some of the lesser known ones,
like new material working in.
Yeah, because Junction 2 I think is probably 700 capacity, 600-700 capacity. Still, It's still a fair size. Junction 1's more than that, it's over 1,000 I think. But yeah, Junction 3 might be good for that. I don't know. Not
check it out. Yeah, it was a good position. The December show is still sort of a query. Read 30 pages per week. Oh, I thought that was per day. I mean, I haven't been keeping up with 30 pages per week, if I'm honest. Reading was on my list. I haven't turned that into a habit yet. And I've got a lot of books I need to read. I got a Kindle, which has made it easier. But I still haven't been keeping up with the habit. So that's on my list. I need to continue with that. Health and fitness, gym 4 times per week, I have kept up with.
Yeah, you've been very disciplined about that, haven't you?
Yeah, and I've recently had my PT working with me with a new program. So I've changed from strength training to like cardio and hypertrophy work. So yeah, I'm pleased with that at the moment. I think it's going to take a lot. What I've noticed though is the sessions are so intense that you almost need someone there to tell you what to do. Because my brain, even though he's said like, okay, we need 6, 6, 6, my brain goes, how many? It's just not able to function when it's under stress. So yeah, I'm going to continue with him for maybe 4-month period, invest the money, and take a step back from that and try and work up my own. But it's going to take a new kind of discipline, which is I'm not familiar with. So
you've done ever so well to do what you've done so far.
So yeah, I think I'm not disappointed with what I've done. I think so far in the year, if I've made a list of things that I've accomplished this year already, did a lecture at Magic Club, did a talk for a business breakfast club, written some notes out, taken on a student. The business is looking really healthy. Jazz is working with me, so that's kind of the business is operating with her work. I've done some bits and bobs around here, like freshen some stuff up and get some new furniture in. So yeah, things are ticking over. I think hopefully by the summer, I think by August, I'd like to start back on YouTube again. Got to give myself, because May and June are going to be absolutely mad with booking, so only July to kind of have a bit of a come down. But by August, if I can get a video out a week, August to December, that'd be really great.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds good. I mean, you're content with where you are.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I am actually. I think all things considered, because you do these things after you tend to think about these things at New Year, and that's when we started the podcast. So that's so I'm distracted because there's a wasp has just flown in the room. Oh yeah, there's a nest, I think, in the room. Oh great, okay. Let me open up the window. You continue talking. And I am content because there's there are other things that I've started doing that I wasn't planning on doing. For example, sort of picking up and learning French. I mean, we learnt French at school, but I wasn't very good at it. But I've made a concerted effort to really kind of brush up and try and get to a beginner standard at least, maybe intermediate, maybe one day. But so that wasn't something I was planning for. So that's been good. I've done probably a bit more around the house than I thought I might, but I've quite enjoyed that. Sort of freshening it up, like you say, making it. You've done a fair bit around the house, actually. A bit more. So that's been good. But I think one of the most important things, which wasn't on the list, but it seems like an obviously good thing to do. It's not something you'd necessarily add to a list, and that is spending more time with family in particular. So yourself and Mum, I've seen quite a bit more, and we had the trip to Bremen, which was really, really nice. But also friends, I've seen a lot more in the last few months than I had done in previous times. So that's been great. That's been really good from a kind of a social, mental health, sort of point of view. Really, really cool. So. Yeah. That's good to hear. I need to do more of that, actually. I've spent more time with you and Mum, which has been great. Yeah. I think I'd like to
I think spending time with friends and seeing Dad as well.
Yeah.
I think I want to try and implement that for tail end of this year, because there's something quite poignant which I came across, which was I think there's a video clip on Reels or something. Somebody asking somebody how often do you see your parents? It's like, maybe once or twice a year. And how old are your parents? And it's like, okay, they're in their 60s. Okay, let's say they live to their 80s. You've got 20 years. So if you do the maths, that's between 20 and 40 times you're going to see your parents. It's like, oh shit.
You look at it like that, it's quite stark.
It's like, fuck. These are my parents that many more times. Okay, I need to make a concerted effort to change that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of put things in perspective. I was like, ooh, I need to make a change. And I think with friends, like, I've got different like buckets of friends, and they don't really intertwine. And I don't know why that is. I think it kind of just feels safe, I suppose, because I think it's got to do with being a social chameleon. Because I blend to a group, if I was to introduce one group to a next, I kind of feel like, would they get along with each other? Because they're so different. Which is like, it's a great skill to have, to be able to blend. But I don't know. Maybe I'm... excuse me. Cough's kicking up. Maybe I'm not giving my friends enough credit for their ability to be able to socialise with other people.
Yeah.
But I don't see friends that often. Like, I've got friends in the magic industry which are like... I've probably got about... probably 3 friends in the magic industry that I could call up and ask, like, if I was really screwed, I could ask for help. People that I feel comfortable phoning up and they're actual friends. The rest of them are sort of acquaintances and people I'll chat to at length, and if they invited me out, I'd go out. But I don't make any kind of effort to invite them out, which I probably should start, actually. I've got old school friends, and then I've just got people that I know from work, so people that work at venues, and they're not, and other suppliers. I wouldn't count them as friends, so I feel as if I haven't got many friends.
Oh, man.
But the flip side is, I'm quite happy in my own company, and I kind of get my social quota from my work to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But I do feel that there's a lacking gap where I should have some friends that I could just call up and hang out with on a weekend. I don't have those friends, because my old school friends have like their own lives. They've got kids or relationships and stuff. The magic industry guys are working, if they're not, doing anything else. So yeah, I feel as if I should make some kind of normal friends that don't work on weekends or whatever that I can kind of hang out with.
Okay.
But yeah, apart from that, I feel fairly content.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back
good.
on the dating scene, which we'll probably say for another episode.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's another sort of thing on the list.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Find love.
Yeah. I'll save that for another episode.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's an interesting. It's a minefield, but anyway.
Yeah.
Tune in for that one. I'll tell you a goal we need to have actually is to get these episodes uploaded, because at the minute we're on the YouTube.
Just on YouTube, but not actually a podcast.
YouTube. Yeah.
It's quite ironic.
So get them on the old other places
Platforms.
you can put podcasts.
Yeah. I was about to say I'll get that done today, but I'm not going to hold myself to that.
Yeah.
I'd like to get that done within the next week.
All right.
Turn them into audio.
Good. There's a commitment. You heard
Well,
it.
it's just stripping the audio out, right?
Strip the audio out. Yeah, I think that's it.
I'll strip the audio out. Then
If you strip it out and put it somewhere, and then I can upload them onto a
thing that then pushes it out to everything.
Yeah, the digital aggregator thing.
Yeah. Okay.
No problem.
I'll do my best to get that done this week.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's going to turn from 15 episodes into like 50.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit overwhelming. And it shouldn't take long. Each episode should take about 3 minutes to do.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. That'll be on the list.
Good.
Fabulous.
Good.
So, moving forwards, what's like your one thing that you want to do for the next quarter? Because we've just finished quarter 1.
Yeah. I think...
What's your big thing?
Yeah, getting the weight shifting, definitely, to get to that first milestone of losing that first stone. That's a sharp focus for now.
So
and then,
how are you going to do that?
How am I going to do it? Just not eating as much.
Okay.
Is the key, is the biggest single thing, is to just make sure I've got that slight restriction. Like, I don't go crazy. I don't say, oh, I'm not having a pizza. Or if I want a pizza, I have a pizza. But I just know that I have to balance it in a day and across a week as well. So, okay, I had pizza yesterday, right? So today I'm going to have more of a vegetable-based meal with not so many carbs, for example.
Right.
And I just find if I do that, plus the other thing is to get out walking, which is so much easier now the weather's better.
Yeah.
So getting out and having a walk on my lunch break, it's just 20-minute walks really helps quite often. That's one of the first things. More J-Mott's music would be fairly high up, actually. So if I've got Johnny on board for doing that, then I think that should come.
Well, you've seen Johnny today.
Quite quickly. I'm seeing him
So
after this, so
actioned.
that'd be cool. And then moving with the Skillshare thing.
Okay, that's pretty solid.
So that's the 3 I'd pick for focusing on.
Music, Skillshare.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yourself?
Good question. For myself, let's just have a little look over my list. Find a piano teacher and start getting into grade 1
Yeah.
is pretty solid. Let
me know if you want Craig's piano teacher's details.
Oh yeah.
David, chap called David.
Okay. Got my coughs kicked up now. So yeah, piano teacher, get to grade 1. I want to start that journey. Get the newsletter off the ground. I think I've been dragging my heels with that. Get the newsletter off the ground at least once a month.
Yeah.
I've already got the first one kind of ready to roll. That's 2. I think the next one is just to keep on top of my diet, because I've got this new program, and if for that to be successful, I need to keep my macros, so fats, protein and carbs, they need to be kept within a certain level.
Okay.
So if I can maintain that over a period of time, over this next quarter, then that would be good, because then I'm making the most of paying for the PT.
Yeah.
Because if I don't do the diet thing, then I'm not making the most of the sessions, which means I'm just spending money to not make it again. So yeah, those would be my 3. Keep up with the diet and the fitness, newsletter, piano.
Sweet. Nice. That's solid.
Sweet. Come back and review in the next quarter.
Oh, yes. Hold us to account, the big wide world.
Yes.
If you've got any words of encouragement...
Yeah, or any tips.
Any tips,
on any of the goals.
Or tell us your own goals. We can talk about your goals as well. We don't mind.
We might be able to share some glimmers of light on... we're in our 30s, so we know some things.
We have a vague sense of wisdom.
Then drop us an email.
q@stillwondering.com. That's Q with a Q. And wandering with an A, not an O.
That's wandering with a W-A-N.
Is it W?
D.
There's a D in there. There's
D-R-A-N-G.
End with a G.com.
So it's q@stillwondering.com, wondering with an A.
Yeah.
We'll read out your comments, we'll take your tips, we'll give some advice. Maybe we have like an agony aunt. If somebody messages in, we go like an agony aunt format.
I'd love that.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
I would please do that. I think that'd be brilliant.
We should put some tweets out. We'll put it on Instagram, like agony aunt, like anonymously drop us a message to this email.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be really fun.
Okay.
Oh, please do that.
Yeah. Okay. So if you've got any agony aunt stuff, and it could be comedy based, like just send us some silly messages if you want.
Yeah.
It'll be a laugh. We'll take it seriously.
Yeah, we'll try and take it really seriously, but it'd be hilarious watching us trying to take it seriously as we tell you to divorce your partners or whatever strife you're in.
Let your plants die.
Yeah.
Go on holiday.
Yeah.
Have your plants taken into care. Excellent.
Good. See you in episode 16 next time.
In a bit.
Bye-bye.